Alright, let's go play video games. It is hot as hell up here today. By up here, I mean like where I am, and also like where I am in the world, and also like where I am in my house. But we'll do what we can. I I want to say, hang on, I don't actually remember where we left off. Content, video producer. What did I do in Terraformers on Monday? This is per Aspera ad Astra. Okay, so we're on Planet of Knowledge, on Unrealistic. Time to get my butt kicked. Look. I'll stream break this weekend, okay? Quietly. You don't have to come in here and tell me that I'm addicted to video games like this. This is bullying. Anyway, uh, what do I want to take? Historically, I haven't liked Utopian. Maybe expansive is good. Have I ever placed an expansion hub in my life? Expands the city to all locations, to all explored locations adjacent to this building, and they don't generate negative support. That seems like it could be like pretty good. You know what? Let's try new things. Let's try new things and see if new things are good. And I was also thinking, God, but Gustav is really good too. Oh, but science production is really. So what I was thinking is, if terraforming parameters are the way to go on higher difficulties, then Alex being able to tap aquifers is actually really good because you can tap enough aquifers to raise the water level on the planet before you even get like water space projects showing up. And then you can start growing trees on like, I don't know, turn 20 instead of like turn 45, which seems crazy. But given that we're doing science, advanced machine learning just seems like it's going to be so good because it's going to passively increase our science production for free. So I feel like we got to do that. And then I also want tritium immediately so that I can set up tritium generators. Now, give me my headquarters. I like houses here. I like science here and a university. I like power here, and then like robot, 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 robot. I'm not screwing around with robots this time. We're going full robot. I'll also put down a bus station immediately. I don't care. You can't stop me. Build a mine. Yep. Absolutely. I'm not even going to look at what else was there. I just want power right now, and then give me nitrates right now. And now I think I take a lab, and then I take power. And then I build a lab. No, you don't have enough silicates. You only have 2. You explore here, and you'll have enough, though. Do I place any of these yet? I don't think so. Expansion hub only gets us 2 tiles if we put it here. That's not very good. I want to save it to get more tiles. Second lab, almost certainly. And then get silicates for it, build it. We have trade routes now, that's right. Next turn we have enough tritium. Next turn if we explore silicates, we have enough silicates. I have no sense of what's going to be important after that, but I can only assume that power will be, so I'll import 1 power, and then we'll change that plan next turn when we know more. I need to explore silicates next turn, so I don't really want, like this turn, so I don't really want to innovate. This is a long ways away, but it will be really good when we get there. Yeah, why not? Bit of a speculative pick, but I think it'll be okay. This also only connects to 2 tiles. Can I see something that connects to more than 2 tiles so I can put my expansion hub down? Oh, and build your generator. Excuse me? Oh, I need robots. We're full. I need a robot hub to show up then. Thank you. It's very courteous of you to give me exactly what I needed. And now I think we probably want to go for like titanium. This looks promising. I think this is going to be where this expansion hub goes. So explore me this tile. And then next turn explore me these 2 tiles. Give me this robot hub. Expand here, you know you're going to use that tile for the expansion hub when you have explored everything adjacent to it. Give me another thermo generator. You could also just go here in preparation for going to the silicates with your next robot hub. And then you have silicates and nitrates. You can build as many labs as you want. Remember, silicates are important. Silicates are important for the science path. Yes, and now we're done with that. Titanium pretty good too. Some kind of science hub up there. Next turn... next turn we probably explore that. Yeah. You just go here. And then you go here. Well, or... put it here, you expand to all of these spots. That's also pretty good. That would be a -1 support to get 4 tiles that don't generate negative support. That has to be better, right? Like, we put it here, and then we bulldoze this, and then we just have, like, a ton of tiles? I don't know. We're going to learn how that power-up works, I think. But for now, do this. Save this expansion so we can put it here. If it destroys that titanium deposit or something weird, fine. This seems incredible. This is really good. Gain 1 water income per ocean level. That's, like, fine. It's not amazing. But neither of these are amazing. I mean, that's just on site. And then I don't really want... Maybe I should take eco-homes. It spends science. Is it better than an innovate? I don't think it's better than an innovate. Well, no, hang on. Think about this for a minute. You need exploration actions out here. You have a satellite that can do it. Let the satellite do this. This is so far out of the way. Just innovate, because you need science anyway to get these 2 out. And then if you don't see anything better than an eco-home, take eco-home. But I think Robot Hub is going to be better, because that gives us our first tick of Robot AI. So take Robot Hub. Cash in self-learning AI. And then build a Robot Hub. And that triggers advanced machine learning, so it triggers 1 tick of self-learning AI. And then you have 1 expansion to put here. 1 expansion to put anywhere else you want, really. And then 1 expansion to put on that titanium deposit. This seems really important. This also would be nice, but I think Development Center is going to be better. And I almost want to innovate for the science to get to 20. In fact, I think I will. Yeah. Yeah, we do this. What's up, Exceed? How you doing? So now I'm like, import science. Don't import nitrates. Nitrates are last year. Science is this year. And then we need to explore 2 more times, and we don't have the exploration satellite up for a little bit, so we just wait. Auntie's pretty good. Like, especially minerals research. Beatrix is not that good. But we might end up needing the support. Every new 3 titanium. So we'll probably trigger that like once. In-depth survey is going to get us +1 silicates per turn, +1 nitrates per turn, +1 tritium per turn. Eventually. Like, it's sunk cost up front for power and titanium, but then it's just profit later. How bad is our support right now? -10? It's like pretty bad. We do have both of our labs, so I don't really need to pick you right now. You're a robot and you're support, so I'm tempted to pick you. You're +1 comfortable living for every 4 food produced inside the city. It's definitely going to be delivery drones. And then how accessible is titanium for us right now? Like 1, 2, 3, 4? That's short. That's really short. We might actually need the titanium boost. I think, yeah, look, if we die to support, we die to support, right? Take Auntie. I need 8 titanium for this mine. I don't need you right now. Hold on. This might be a weird... What should I play to give my team the highest chance of success? So, controversial opinion. For me, you should play the class that you're best at to give your team the highest chance of success. Some people are really good at damage classes and not very good at support classes. Some people are really good at support classes and not very good at damage classes. So, like, if I'm a commander and I know that you're on a class that you're good at, but the squad is down 1 support, I would rather have someone else who's not very good play support so I can keep you, a good player, on damage. But I think that's one that's going to vary from commander to commander. I do not play you. I do play you, though. Where do I play you? Probably here. No, that's crazy. Maybe here. No. Maybe we found a new city. Maybe I need to explore for water. I have 0... Okay, hang on. Titanium? Yes. Export nitrates? Sure, that's fine. We gotta get these mines upgraded. God, you're good too. Well, I'll still take you. Does not apply if you're best at a medium armor class. Yeah, then you just don't exist. Like, oh, I'm really good at Soul Beast. Can I play Soul Beast? No. The caveat is that you should play a class that's good to give your team the highest chance of success, I suppose. That's a good caveat. I think we explore here, and then we explore here. And then let's see how this thing works, shall we? So it's -1 support. You're like, oh, that's pretty bad. But then we do that, and then can I just delete you? No, it also removes the connections. They thought of everything. Well, I guess that's not terrible. But I'm disappointed that they thought of my idea. And now I gotta find a place to found a city. It's not gonna be there. Flat plains, people are gonna be way too unhappy. Might end up being here, and then we get this titanium. But I need places to put these buildings, is the biggest problem I have right now. I think, actually, you might just need to go here for now. So that I can go up 1 project per turn, and I can increase my science income. And then this meteorite, what are we doing with you? We're probably turning you into a research station, so we need silicates. 2 turns we can do that. And machine cooperative, +1 science per turn per combination of population robots. That's too expensive for my blood. Landing pad's good, though. Android hub's good, though. Just give me a rocket pad anywhere. Yeah, anywhere is fine. I just want the extra trade route. So we can do this, and we can do this. And then I'll just get this out of the way now, because I don't have space to build you currently. And then next turn we have 6 titanium. So I should explore titanium this turn. Next turn I bulldoze you and upgrade you. You're a gigantic titanium deposit. It's now extremely important that this is a city location. It is the utmost importance. I'm thinking, I know I always take Cyanophyta. Can methanogenium grow anywhere here? You're -1 cold, you're 0 cold, you're 0 cold. We actually might be able to grow methanogenium here. I'll take it. And then we're just back to our normal, we need science, like, really bad. So, destroy you. Survey you. Upgrade you. And I can still research a project, of course. Any highlands up here? No. Maybe. And then I can turn you into a research station. 4 science per turn. Pretty good spot to be in. You will not turn me into a research station. You could never. We're at -9 support, which is a little scary. But maybe we'll be fine. We need more titanium to continue upgrading mines. So why don't you explore here? Praise the Lord. That's exactly what we want. I didn't see what that was, but it's a lot of support income. Nice. Okay, +1. Feeling pretty good. Feeling really good because we can make a city here. Next turn, we're at 8 titanium, which means we can bulldoze another one of these mines, and we can upgrade it with a larger, better mine. And then we can also found this city when our exploration satellites come up. So 2 turns. For the first turn, yeah, take both of these. For the first turn, let's go ahead and get this upgraded. Hit mine. And then for the second turn, we'll explore here, found the city, get all of our science stuff in. -21 per turn, I'm not afraid. Give me another meat lab. Explore me. Found me. This is looking pretty good for houses, like house, house, house. This is all going to be like mines and other noxious uses. We could even do like science, 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 university, mine, bus station. That's looking pretty appealing. So why don't you come here? This is pain, because I'd really like to get these down, so I think I am just going to destroy these 2 rocks right off. Stop exporting power. It's kind of important we have that now. You can export tritium instead. Definitely give me one of these guys. And then turn the rest into science. Sorry, it was a busy couple turns there. Exceed. I haven't played Scrapper in a long time. I also don't think it's that bad. It definitely got worse post-patch, but I still think it's probably mostly fine to play. It's, again, you know, gonna depend on your squad. I make videos for people who, like, I don't want to say don't really have friends, but I make videos for people who are not already in a guild and kind of need, like, the get-up-to-speed primer. And after that, you should probably, like, defer to the people who you actually run with. But that said, I think support Scrapper is, like, still mostly fine. I don't think it's quite as good as something like a Tempest, but I also don't think it's bad. I think people who are saying that Scrapper is, like, outright bad are a little knee-jerk at this point. Yeah, I basically agree with Targeter almost exactly. It's not bad, it's just not top tier. So, like, if that's what you're good at, and you're competitive on cleanses, and you're competitive on the healing extension, go for it, man. Like, if that's... Oh, Targeter's Loft? Holy cow. Okay. Noted. I never knew. Yeah, so, like, if that's what you're good at, play it. If that's what you're most effective on, then, you know, go off, King, or whatever. But I also would, like, maybe think about learning a new class. In the meantime. Scrapper might come back into prominence. There's not currently a good ETA for that to happen, though. Dude, just give me, like, 12 more science, really. Why wouldn't you? And then, like, put a house down? This is mostly for support. It's not really for the expansion. Not really. Yes, really, and, like, sure. I can also upgrade this aquifer now that I'm looking at it. We only have 4 power, though. Why is our power so bad? We need more silicates, is why. I'm gonna do this, and then next turn, before you retire, I'm gonna do this. We're in danger of wasting a couple turns here, though. Because we got a lot of stuff in our hand that we're just not building. We're not expanding. We're not doing much of, like, anything. Except desperately trying to maintain our support after this earthquake. Which, after we repair that building, will be at minus 14. That's livable. Alright, you are not leaving yet. Your request for personal time off has been denied. Instead, I will be destroying this mine. I will be surveying this mine. And now you are allowed to die. We have not yet upgraded a landmark, which is kind of good. Also, unity of the land is really good. How good is Mustafa? He's okay. He's only okay here. I think Yolanda's going to be a little better. Unity of the land is really going to let us expand far. So get rid of this. I do wish that I had more power, but I don't. So I think you're going to come over here. And I really need to explore silicates. I got to get to 22 so I can put this resonance station down so we actually start making significant power. Right, we're not mining nitrates anymore. You should probably trade something else. Do one of these. Trade away a little of your water. Do you really think that quickness is that important for Scrapper when Mesmer's so good at giving it and Firebrand is like okay at giving it? I thought it was more like, you know, maybe stop beating Purity of Purpose into the ground and nerfing Super Speed. Because Super Speed always seemed like the niche that Engineer filled. Whereas just like better than that. Better at that than anyone else was. This is a choice, huh? I would really love a spaceport. I'd really love robots, just for like more robots energy, but then 2 free tritium per turn's also really good. I wish I could have 3 choices, but I cannot. I'm way too far away from that development center. So I think most trade routes are like most important, full stop. We definitely take that, and then we're looking at like Robot Hub versus Import Tritium. And if we're looking at Robot Hub versus Import Tritium, when we already have 2 Tritium, I'm inclined to take the Robot Hub, honestly. I think that would have been a controversial pick for me like a week ago, but it seems pretty sound here. And then we need to throw something out. But what? You know what? You're never going to get built. Get out of my hand. And then we really want to make sure... No, before you do this, get the dang old silicates going. 19, 20, 21. Take a break from this for 1 turn so that you can get to 22 silicates and up your power production. I think that, yeah, Tempest is absolutely the main cleanser. I think Vindicator is getting there, sort of. It certainly seems to be the most popular outside of Tempest, but the fact that one of the things that Tempest does is just gives you unstrippable auras is really strong. It's actually one of the main justifications for bringing Tempest at all, is when you take a Tempest, you also take a ton of boons with you that cannot be removed. Like, boons, right? They're not exactly boons, but what auras do are really, really powerful, and you can't get rid of them. Speaking of not being able to get rid of things, my hand is fricked up right now. We put this down, I think. I really don't want to get rid of a plant spreader, but we're so far away from actually doing anything with plants that I think I have to. Oh, and we can put you down. Okay, never mind. Our hand is fine. We were fine the whole time. So what am I looking at next? I'm looking at like a spaceport here for comfort of living in both of these cities. Maybe 3 cities, honestly. I'm looking at... That takes care of like our power, so I'm not looking at any of these 4 buildings. I would like to get some of these up eventually. Specifically, they're going to go like here and here, but I need the power to start removing these rocks. And also I have no nitrates. So maybe I should get this nitrates mine up first. I need to get my my people up first. Hang on, maybe I do need these robot hubs. Robot hub here, I guess, and then also like robot hub here. Can't really afford exploration documentary, so this seems like a good turn to take off to just do Unity of the Land for both cities. +3 science per turn for 24 silicates in 12 turns. We have to put 2 silicates per turn towards that. We can't afford to do that. And we will want +3 science per turn, so let's take a little bit of time off to do that. And then let's grab another trade route. And let's grab this just in case we wind up doing it, but I don't know if we will or not. Then you come here so we can get access to this, and we can get access to this. And then I need to explore for, I think, still silicates. Do we change the calculus on anything else if we do it? Not on power. Titanium's fine. Just like put one of you up here for an extra trade route. Reset all of this. And then asteroid me. And then we maybe do like that. And then what do we need? Titanium. Really, more than anything else. So we go like here. It's a resource sim, basically, Exceed. The idea is that we produce all this different stuff. You spend the stuff on cards, and then ideally you construct some kind of economic engine that moves you towards your goal state. And our goal state here is we need to spend science, and we need to explore locations. So exploring locations just kind of happens passively with your leader abilities. I can just be like, come and explore this tile. And then spending science, you have to consume science to spend science. So we're highly prioritizing buildings that pick up science, but then we also need to like build an infrastructure around those buildings so that we can better produce, everything. It's complex, I'm not gonna lie. But it's a good game, I've been enjoying it. Buildings that cost at least 40 resources, unlikely to happen. Permanently increase the amount of projects you can research per turn. Your science income is also increased. Do we do any of that right now? Increase the science production? No. Increase the science production? No. So we don't do this with powers. We could still do this with buildings. And it does increase our science production. But then this increases our support income so that we don't lose the game. And we already have really good robot synergy, so I'm kind of inclined to take this technology package. Not the least of which because it's more science overall. So finishing both of these projects is 40 science. Finishing both of these projects is 25 science. So this package also just moves us closer to our goal state. So I think we do that. I think we do this first. Because then we get an extra 5 support out of doing this second. Just make sure you're getting your ordering correct, I guess. And then we really want to keep an eye out for titanium so that we can turn these mines back on, or in some cases on for the first time. Also still hard limited on power, which is an issue. So let's get those out of the way. Now we don't really have to worry about them so much. I really want to take terraforming parameters, so I think now is the time that you go. And you come in. And then I think we also probably want robots. Because we have so many robot synergies right now. So we take you, and then we get rid of an entertainment center. Yeah, we're streaming Reset tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern. Commanding. Looking forward to the new matchup. All that good stuff. Second water project. Look, I don't need... Maybe I do need exploration satellites, actually. 75 locations explored. I should probably build exploration satellites. There's a lot of good picks here, though. Okay, I want another bacteria spreader for sure. Would really like to have a heliostat power plant to put on this elevated tile in particular. Because power is still an issue. Take this, no matter what. Ignore the water for now. Find other ways to get support. Take another bacteria spreader. Set up your nitrates mine again. Explore for titanium if you can find any that's close. Like, here's pretty close. And now you can't do anything. That's true. I am at 12 projects. Why don't you throw out a... No, don't throw out a bus station. Are you crazy? This is only 10 science. Throw out a cultured meat lab. Throw out one of your bad robot buildings. We gotta hold on to every building that costs science so we can actually put them down. Okay. We're currently not trading with Earth, so that's fine. Got another freaking bacteria spreader? Let me think about that for a minute. This definitely gets put down. That's just comfort of living. Then, if I could find any hex that has science, like you, we can get rid of you. And now I have space for 2 projects, which means that I can take another one of you. And I can take another one of you, even though that's really speculative. So now we got to save up for science for these buildings. We got to get some of these down. It's turn 27. We're making very little terraforming progress. We got to fix that. Otherwise, unhappiness is really going to catch up with us in a major way here. So rush this project down to get your science income up. And then I guess just like make a domed city garden. That's fine there. Let me think about it, because I'm still at 10 held projects. You can get a bus station out of your hand somehow, probably. You'd want to put it there. But then you won't be able to build it, because you don't have the power. Can you explore for power anywhere? Yes, but it's going to cost you a lot to get out there. Why don't you explore first to see if you get lucky with like a power box? You have not. Is it the end of the world if I just turn this into science? I'm going to say probably not, since we have 75 science worth of projects that we really want to build right now. And then we can turn you down. We should turn you up, and we'll just throw something in here in the meantime. This, I want to get off my plate. I want to get it cleared. And then again, let me think about you, so I can like put some buildings down first. Here, we can finally do this. You could also set up a city mine if you wanted to. It is like something to do. Gives you extra nitrates that you could trade. It does give you extra nitrates that you could trade. So why don't you do that instead? You could also bulldoze this rock and make space for the bus station next turn. And then we can just put a temporary domed city park in for even more support. We're at +9. It's a beautiful spot to be in. And then just take more robot friends. Full robot synergy. Atmosphere per turn? Sure, we're a ways off of Arctic airs. I don't think I want any of this. But let me play cards out of my hand first, because we know that bus station's going to go here. Doesn't really let us grab anything super interesting. Just expand here for now. I'll think about what to do with the rest of you later. And then what resources do we need? We need silicates, so we can continue to rush that project. So grab these. We found more xenobiology. That's pretty good. And then if we do you again, we'll get a prestige bonus out of it, which will increase our support even further. Doesn't move your terraforming parameters around, but I think that's okay. That's another plus 100 support in the bank. We're at plus 19. Making no progress on any other goals, but we are at plus 19 support. Move this over, move this over, move... Oh, you're going to be just a little bit off. That's fine, though. And now we can research. We have space for one card. We're so backlogged on science that I don't want to take this, but maybe it would be nice to just have it in hand. We could think about a second tritium thermo generator somewhere. We don't have a layout for it in Van Hanen Post, but we could put like another city out here. Can't found a city anytime soon, because we're only at 1 food. But, you know, maybe. What did that matter? Oh, for picking a tritium thermo. Yeah, sure, why not? That should be fine. And I've played Vindy like a little bit. It's a lot of fun. Support Vindy, not damage Vindy. But I think support Vindy is like a pretty neat little class in terms of how it works. So I would definitely say that could be a fun one. I don't have anything I can do with you. Unless there's like a... Oh, there is a 2-power tile. And it has silicates in it. Well, there you go. Convert silicates to titanium would be really good right now, because we're so short on titanium. But terraforming parameters would also be really good. And making a mine cheaper would be really good. This is so efficient, though. And we get 2 per turn when we're not throwing it into trade routes. This might be... You know, why not? This is going to be the first time in recorded history that I've not picked Henry Carnegie. Because I think Aisha can do some really good work for us here. And your really good work is going to involve finding as many silicates as you can, so that you can convert them into titanium, so that we can build all of our robot hubs and all of our mines and finally get our infrastructure off the ground so that we can focus on science. And I think that's going to be fine. And I can still research a project as well. I can't hold a project, though. Am I willing to throw anything out? Yes. +4 support for each ocean location owned, +1 science per turn. I don't really own oceans yet. And probably never will. So as cool as it is that you cost science, I think I'm just going to take a research center, and then I'm going to throw a tritium thermo generator out. And then some of my trade routes aren't assigned? That's a good point. Do you know that for a fact that you'll be playing with Nova? Oh, he did. Did he ping? He might have pinged. His ass has not pinged. You sure he's running reset? Or is he still building the desk? Is he still in the midst of the desk saga? $30 titanium to redirect you versus 90 tritium. Let me think about it. Let me think about a lot of stuff here. First of all, get rid of this, so we have space. And then finish that. So next turn, that's done. You can't really afford to take a project here, but you do have enough science to build a non-bacteria spreader, but I think you need to build a bacteria spreader. I would really like to not spend my titanium on this, but we do have a lot of trade routes, and it is a pretty cheap project. Whereas this is way more expensive. This is 90 resources, this is 60. And it's science, which I think counts if it's a space project, so redirecting it makes the most sense. We'll finish the exploration satellites and then pour all of our resources into this. In the meantime, we need titanium. But I can't do that conversion because we need it for the satellites. So I want you to explore silicates, and then we'll do the conversion next turn. And then we also need to pick a project. I'm not taking any of these, just turn it into science. And then let me look at that later. Give me an exploration satellite. Now what do we want? Titanium, almost certainly. So, like, grab every titanium that you've ever seen. Yeah, no, every single titanium. That puts you at 14. Dump all of it into our project. And then start spreading bacteria non-stop. That's one. We'll be able to build another one here. We could do another one here. I'm wondering if I want to save that city location. I don't think I did. Can't go back now. And then get rid of these last couple rocks. I'm tired of it. Now, I have room for one project. Which one project should it be? It should probably be even more exploration satellites, because we do need to explore tiles to win the game. An extra trade route would also be pretty nice, so I'm going to take those two. You're going to come down here, and we're just going to put more science into that project. And then is this fine? I think this is fine. I think everything right now is fine. Let me think about a shipwright. I also still have 3 explorations here that I haven't used. Hey, this is a pretty obvious one to do. Just set up a viewpoint tower to keep people happier. This is a pretty obvious one for when we get to 12 silicates. Which I should do this turn with an exploration action. Are you going to give me 3? Let's make sure we get 3. Because then I can build you, and then we're at 9 power per turn. And then I have 2 free slots for projects. You cost a lot of science, so I'll grab you anyway. And also, we do have a water project, so we might be able to spread plants soon. I will grab a very speculative plant spreader. And then if I were to expand here, that's not -1? Oh, because I did Unity of the Land, dude. Yeah, give me even more support. Plus 28. It's like we're not on unreasonable difficulty at all. I'm going to think about you later. We have 10 power, 11 titanium. But I don't need water. What I need is titanium. So I should really wait one more turn, and I should do this. Because I don't have the power or the titanium to build that this turn. Although, I could get the titanium to build that this turn. No, I think you should hold on to your silicates instead. Well, what are you doing this turn? Exploring, probably. Can you find me a cheap exploration? Like here, just grab some terraforming parameters. And then research a project. I don't have space for a project. Do any of these look that interesting? Yes, but we're gated on both of those resources. Yes, but we have a lot of power to spend. Yes, but I don't really have a lot of food. Yes, just to spend science and really for no other reason. So I'm going to say overall, no. -33 support per turn. I'm unafraid. Now we do the conversion. And then we build a gigantic titanium mine, and now we're at +4 titanium per turn. All of our problems are going to go away. What else do we need? I don't think there's any math that changes this turn, because we're gated on power. But science would be a nice pickup. Power would be a decent pickup. And that's really all we're doing. I'm still saving up science for bacteria spreaders. I'm still saving up titanium for the space project, so I don't want to go nuts on robot hubs unless I really need to, and I don't here. Although, we do just like get support for robots existing, so I guess why wouldn't you build one? And then take more robots. And then take a research center. I know this is going to look insane, and then throw out a robot. I selected a robot just to throw it out. Plans change. Life comes at you fast. If you're not, adapt or die, baby. So that's science done here, and then you are titanium now. We're going to need to explore for quite a bit of titanium, or we could just convert one time, and that should be plenty to finish that project. 18 plus 10. Next turn, we can build a bacteria spreader, if we don't spend any science this turn. So let's endeavor to not do that. You could also grab a large silicate deposit out there if you placed another robot hub. You could do that. Do a little something like this, and then a little something like that. And then next turn I've got enough power to make that mine. Could also just like grab that for reasons. You could also grab this so that you can harvest it, so you can spread it on the caps, so that you can increase your terraforming parameters. And now, with 2 exploration satellites in the air, a 3rd one booked in, the only thing I'm worried about is hitting our science spending goal. That's it. Everything else is, like, totally taken care of. So from now on, I think the only buildings we're taking are buildings that either produce science or produce support. And since we're at max hand size, you're just getting turned into science. You will become a pit mine. You will become titanium, so we can keep this project running. You will become a bacteria spreader. You will spread methanogenium here. That puts us at another support threshold. Some of my trade routes are not assigned. Say it ain't so. Just put 2 more titanium into that. Minus 44? I'm unbothered. That's 34 science? That's a lot of science. I mean, I'll also take you. No reason not to. Do we get any good free mines out of this? If we go here, we get a free titanium trade route, a free silicate trade route. That's pretty good. I'd be willing to take that. And then we get 1 free import. What should that be? Science. And then we'll just increase you by a bit. And then where's this next one going? Do we have any other good prime mine locations? No. Well, maybe. Aquifer. And we're not using water for anything else? Actually, that looks really good. So come over here. And then these, I can't imagine a world where these choices matter too much anymore. Just give me more power, I guess. We do have a plant spreader that we could place. The only problem with that, of course, is that I think I need to do this 1 more turn, and then we're good. The only problem with that, of course, is that we have no water on the planet, so nothing can actually grow. But we can fix that in short order with this project, which will put us at water parameter 1. Speak of the devil. I'm seeing a science building. I'm seeing a house. I'm seeing a bacteria spreader. No, that was going to be a rocket port. Slow your roll. Instead, why don't you harvest that black sand? That'll make that tile empty, and then you can spread bacteria. We don't have any of this spread yet, so why don't you just put it over here? That'll give us a little bit of extra support. And then what? I mean, you could just, like, extract all this water, actually, now that I look at it. Do you really need the water income? No. Actually, especially no, because we've got the nanotube water filters. So you know what? We're not going to put a spaceport there. We're going to extract all of this for oceans. We actually could have been doing that a long time ago. And then what's your plan? It's just like more tile explorations, probably. Sure, more water. We have too many projects. This house is not getting built anytime soon. Let's be honest with ourselves. And then back to trade routes. Give me the exploration satellites first. Because I'm a little worried that we're only at 40 of 75 on that, and it's turned 40. We're a little under halfway. I want to get one more exploration rolling. And then we'll worry about the rest. We're not going to need mine resources. It's not going to be that good right now. We're also not going to need earthworks, and we definitely don't need tritium boost. Which means we're probably going to take Tzvetan here, just so that we can film like a couple nature documentaries once we get some trees up. And like for support cover. The only thing that we can lose this game to right now is support, because our economy is insane. So finish the project, get the apocalyptic asteroid monument. So adjacent population is +7 support per turn. Sure. Like, it's slightly better. And then I want you to explore more than anything else. Would also really like to start grabbing robots again soon. Would not be an issue for me to get some more robots. Because I could expand here. Could expand here. Could expand here. And then we build like Marleywood Studio in here, and we get +2, 4 support. Okay, maybe it's like not great actually now that I look at it. Just turn this into science. Our hand is so full of science. And I think we're also in the realm of upgrade the exact same building over and over again. Do a little bit of that. -55. We're fine. We're about to hit terraforming thresholds. We'll be okay. We'll be just fine. I'm not worried. There are no science buildings here. We throw all of this out. There's an android hub here. I guess we put that down just for like robot synergies. And then you can come here. We can build a viewpoint tower. You can come here. We can build a viewpoint tower. You can come here. We can extract this water next turn when we have the power for it. Or we could get the power now. We could get the power now. Extract you, increased ocean level, and then we can put down a plant spreader. We can place these immediately. Alright, support is not going to be a problem at all. We're crushing it. And beyond that, just keep exploring. That's it. All we do now for the rest of the game is import science and build science buildings. That's all it takes. We are on full cruise control. Why don't you give me a nature documentary out here? You can talk about bacteria and trees and stuff. Import even more water for terraforming parameters. There's no buildings here that cost science, so I'm kind of sleeping on that. Give me another exploration satellite. And then just keep going. We'll overwrite you. We got tons of bacteria spreaders going. These can't live anywhere, which is kind of a problem. We should probably start replacing these native Martian bacteria, though, because they don't contribute to terraforming parameters. Oh, they can't live there. Alright. Actually, Methanogenium can't live very many places at all. We are going to lose 100 support for doing this. You know what? Maybe we wait. Maybe we find a different location that we can spread bacteria to instead. I know it's available. I'm not going to use it. More water spreading. Complete this project. More exploration satellites. Then explore here. There's also native Martian bacteria there. Brother, go away. You don't do anything. At least you don't take a support penalty for that. And then start getting some of that up. Replace a science building. We are at minus 70 support, but I think that's okay. Simply because I think we're closer to winning than we think. And there's a lot of terraforming parameters coming up. Okay, no, actually, maybe it's a problem. Wasn't expecting it to increase again that quickly. Start giving me houses just in case, because I think that might be the biggest problem right now, and give me a plant spreader. Explore here. Rover Museum would be totally fine. We don't have anywhere to put it right now. We gotta find another city. And I guess it should be here. Why here? Well, because like the temperature and rainfall is pretty good, basically. Is the only reasons. But those are two pretty good reasons. So we need a little more food. And we're fine on water. And I can also spread methanogenium over there. Is there anywhere I could put a spaceport, perhaps? Yes, here. Doesn't do anything but give you 2 trade routes. Is that good enough? No, because if you do it here, it gives you +1 comfort of living and an extra silicate export. So then you can get like one of that. This probably is what I'm trying to say. Mine large asteroid for silicates? No, we're good. Thank you, though. There's our next satellite. We could take a really quick ocean project. We could take a really long-term trade route project. There are still no buildings here that cost science. That's a little concerning. Give me 3 trade routes. That's fine for now. And then funnel all of your titanium into this. Later, Exceed. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good one. It's also got sandstones. Yeah, we're making a city here. This is going to be a great city. We'll put a Marleywood Studios in there, too. It's got a lot of planet locations that people like. Might even have more. Like, there might be another one up there. Grab that because it's cheap. Expand it here because it's doable. Quantum data center, landing pad. I mean, I guess. And now I am starting to get a little nervous about support. Maybe I shouldn't be, because terraforming parameters are on the way up, but I'm getting a little nervous about support. So what's the best way to fix... Well, the best way to fix support is winning. The second best way to fix support would be improving terraforming parameters. I don't think that's really going to help. The third way to fix support would be building houses. And then making people happy. I have limited means to do that with that selection of projects, so instead I'm going to found a city. Next turn, because I don't have the food. Just kidding. There's another canyon view. Holy cow. This city's going to be huge for support. And then what I wanted to do with you is actually upgrade this so that it goes to 3 science instead of 2. And then I'm not really saving science for anything else, so why not just replace a research center? And then we don't have enough titanium in stock. You will if I do that. No. You gotta do terraforming parameters. Know what's important. Seagrass or Mediterranean shrubs. You are terraforming parameters, so we take you. It's just that simple. Science buildings? Technically. Actually, like a lot of support out of that, so we will take that. And then you, 3 science is not good enough. You are a science building in like the most technical of definitions. Now, explore me for titanium here, so that I can build my combined living center this turn. And then found me a city. You will go here. Right, that costs 30 food. We're going to be a ways off again. That's still okay. Then you have 2, 4, 6 robots. So instead of a university, we're just going to give +14 support by putting you in there. And then we're also going to build a second plant spreader. We are going to spread tundra forest here to get extra support out of that. Then we set up Marleywood Studio here, and anytime we see robots, we take robots. Because we want to expand here, 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 maybe here. Here would be pretty good. There's a lot of expansion slots out there that we want to make use of. And then we have 2 trades that we can just do for free. Well, get rid of like 1 water and 1 power. No, not a power. Get rid of a nitrate. Plus 20 support for every population seems pretty good. Just to keep us alive for a little bit. This is 55 science. This is also 55 science. They're all support. We don't have oxygen to support animals right now, though. So what do you guys do? Like, not anything super impressive, but I'll still take it. I will take a science building. I will take an oxygen factory for sure. And you will come, like, here, probably. Because people don't mind living next to you. And then you can come, like, here. We can enable you. There's extra support for terraforming parameters. And then we can also put down you. And then we're going to start saving up for a bacteria spreader, probably. Don't have enough power to do that? Interesting. Why don't you do a documentary, then? Give me an extra 12 support. And then not enough tritium in stock. How about that? Now, we have tons of room for space projects now. So we can take you very easily. And we can put the rest of our trade routes... Well, we should probably put the rest of our trade routes towards food. So we can get this house up. What do we export for that? 1 free titanium. 1 extra silicate, 1 extra nitrate. 1 extra water. And then just 1 trade route in there. This is 30 science for 5 science per turn. We're a ways off on the power, and we don't need the science income, but it is a science building. That's actually looking much better because we need the power. This is also looking really attractive, but we can't afford it unless we get rid of you. Which I would do. I would do it in a heartbeat. And then you're just like more science than the other building. So I would take you. Reset these. 1, 2, 3. You have 3 free imports. Put it towards food. No. Finish this project first. Then do this. There you go. And actually, if you explore that tritium, you'll have a bit more that you can do there as well. Now, where is a Highlands tile that I can put this heliostat power plant? Here. And it's unoccupied. Perfect. If I can find one more place to put methanogenium, I'll get another prestige increase for it as well. But if I put it here, we lose Martian bacteria. I'm going to have to explore a new region and hope that I can put methanogenium there. What's my best candidate for that? Might be Terrenia. We'll try it next turn. Ocean mines are cheaper. Breach Aquifer is going to be good. Free docks is going to be good. Trade routes and power is going to be average. I think I take Iokun Lay here. No science buildings. Then I throw all of you out. I do not care. Let's get 1 exploration in Terrenia. We can expand methanogenium there. Let's do 1 exploration into Borealis Minor. We can expand methanogenium there. But you could also expand atmosphere there as well. Let's do that. And then expand once into Tantalus? You cannot put methanogenia or Dinococcus there, it will die. You need 0 temperature for Dinococcus. Okay, how about Samaria? Nope, that is -1. Alright, well, in 2 turns, when our terraforming parameter increases for heat, we can put those down. Import some of you, and then start finishing you. Next turn, 2 space projects finish. We are still about 10 turns away from death, which is okay. There's our robots, finally. That's a big pickup. Improve your water parameters, improve your science. Take more water for terraforming. And then you're done. You don't need to take more after that. Take another bacteria spreader as a building that costs science. Get your prefab station parts in. Build a robot hub here. Expand to support locations first and foremost. Then, what? Really just like get access to new regions. You can find places to spread, 1 heat. Dinococcus can go up here. That puts us at another support threshold. We are down to 81 per turn. Our biggest goal to overcome now is producing 200 science in like 8 turns. Which we're not that far off of, but we need to reconfigure all of our trade routes to start importing science here in like a turn or 2. I can finish that in 2 turns, and then we probably go back to doing nothing but science imports, and that's it. Like, we'll build this house, we'll finish this project, and then we are only importing science for the rest of the game. Explore here. This will be fine. We're at 64 of 75. We'll meet that no problem. Native Martian bacteria dies in some climate zones because heat is increasing? Oh, well, too bad. Can't really fix that. Science building? We might need it. Yep, goodbye. Enjoy death. 4 plus 4. I need to explore titanium this turn. I need 2 more to keep the trade routes running. That'll do. Yep, that'll do just fine. And then how's the math look on this? 25, 26, 29? The math looks bad on that. But if I build 1 of you, then we will go to 30. And the math looks great on that. So this is the last turn where we do space projects. After this, we do all science import. And then we just pray. Experimental sanitation minus 20 science? Why would you do this to me? Hang on. Hold the phone. We don't have to do that right now. I need you to explore a titanium. Yep. Grab some more just to be safe. Build the house. And then, now that we've built the house and we have 0 food... Oh no! Oh, we lost all of our food stock. That's unlucky. Shoot. Oh, this is bad. I can't afford these dikes, I don't think, right now. So you're going to get flooded. I need to build 1 dike around you. What else is going to get flooded? You? Dike? Cannot afford that dike. We can if we explore, and we have the power to. We go here, plus 2 titanium, and we go... That's too far. Those are all too far. Aha! Go here, plus 3. Then we put a dike around you, and we put a dike around you. Is that everything at risk? It is. Perfect. There's another 300 support, buying ourselves plenty of time. Come up here for a bacteria spreader. Come over You can't really expand anywhere else without a support penalty? Alright, fine. Let's put a bacteria spreader down anywhere then. And then where do you want to expand to? How about there? And then we can research 3 projects. Science. Science, technically. Science. Now, reconfigure all of this. You are importing nothing but science. You do not need water. You do not need... you might need nitrates for a plant spreader. You do not need a 3rd silicate. You don't need 2 food. Why don't you export 1 nitrate, and then like 1 more titanium, and then 1 tritium, and 1 power. And that's it. Now we just run this to the end of the game. Artificial bacteria, 1 science per turn? Look. I'm not going to say no to that. Give me a science building. Give me a science building. Turn in a science project. Explore locations. Explore more locations. Spend all your power to do it. You don't really need power anymore. We're at 75 of 75 locations explored. We need to spend 200 science in 10 turns, which we can do because we're exporting more than 20 science. Do you have 200 science worth of buildings in your hand? You might, actually. 35 and 35 is 70. 90. Like 105. 115, 155, 185, 205, 210. Yeah, our entire hand has enough science. We just have to build our hand before we lose. They take more of them just to be safe, and maybe like produce more science just to be safe. But I think we're fine. Expand plants. That will give us support income. You can come... You can move here so that you can go here. You'll give like a little bit of support. And then a robot ingenuity center would be pretty sick to go here somewhere. I don't think I need... What don't I need anymore? I might not need a development center anymore. That gives us +7 expansions. That seems pretty good. Why don't you grab this canyon view? Why don't you grab this city spot? Why don't you grab this silicate mine? What else can you reach with no support penalty? Here? Yep, no support penalty there. And then maybe like do an explorer and do another explorer. Can you reach out here? You can with -1, so I'm not necessarily going to do it. And then let's see. I can get rid of you, because I've accidentally gone over my hand size. And you don't actually, like, you bring in science, but you don't cost science, so I'm getting rid of you. You're not that important. You cost a lot of science, though. I will take you. And then, like, these labs produces 1 science per turn, 4 population in the city. I don't think we have 4 population here, though. We only have 2 population there. 1 extra project. Oh, it just produces 2 science natively. Never mind. Yeah, you're just, like, better in every way. Continue exploring for support. Good. Continue spreading bacteria. I think we can afford to start getting some artificial bacteria. What's your problem? What do you need? You need level 1 oxygen? Does that exist anywhere on this planet? Yeah, it exists up here. But it's only +1 science if there's a city there, right? Yes. We do not have a city that's founded anywhere in a zone that has +1 oxygen. So I guess you don't matter. And we'll just keep doing Dinococcus. Science building? Science building. Satellite. Satellite. I'm gonna wait on the planetary exploration, because I actually think there's an achievement for having a city that controls a certain amount of tiles, and we've got a realistic shot of getting it by building this Hyperloop. So even though this might cost me a bit, we'll be at 25, 26. I want to try and go for it. And just like construct a dock for free somewhere, maybe? Can't afford to do that there. Probably could afford to get rid of 1 science per turn at this point. Just because I think it would be neat to have a dock. And then you could expand here and you could expand here. And we could build a titanium mine for some reason if we wanted to. You could also go here for a bunch of -1 penalties. We'll save it until the end of the game. Get another bacteria spreader down though. Also, where's that climate zone where the native bacteria died? It's here. Get rid of that. -88 support per turn. So now we've got a problem, which is that we're going to lose in a hurry if we don't build some of these buildings. Put you here. We have 9 expansions. 1, 2, 3, -1. Not out here. And then we have no power, so I can't do the last couple. But like, you could take this tile away from them. And then you could come down here, and you could come down here, and then you've got a free expansion that could go like here. And then you've also got this random little applied science center that costs 8. You can put that down. We're at 653 out of 750. We have to spend 100. We get 26 per turn. So we win in 4 turns. Let's keep taking science buildings, just in case your math has been wrong somewhere. Get rid of rocks to put science buildings down. You have 1 power. That's not going to be able to afford anything. I can still research a project. Turn it into science, because I'm getting scared. I'm becoming afraid. I shouldn't be, because this is going to tick next turn. Now what matters? I truly do not think anything matters. I think we're locked in. So I guess let's take Flora. Plus 200 support. A huge buffer. A huge and very important buffer. Take a plant spreader for even more buffering. Construct a seagrass somewhere. Maybe Upper Utopia. To get the support bonus. There you go. Down to 215. So now we have 5 turns to not blunder this away. Put down a colossal science building. 707 of 750. We're 2 turns away. We'll win on turn 63. And then why don't you just accelerate life proliferation? Still can't do that one, huh? No, you can do that. -99. I think we're still fine, but I'm afraid. Build a particle collider here. 737 of 750. We win next turn. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. I'm not afraid. I was never afraid. Spread a life form. And then I don't know, like, you don't have the power for this, so I guess just accelerate proliferation of life. Spread more bacteria. Hey, there's literally nowhere it can go. There's nowhere anything can go. Pass the turn and then win. Boreal Rainforest. Don't look at anything, you have it in hand. Double check your math. You need to spend 13 science this turn. 34 is greater than 13. It can only be built once per city. This will be fine, though. This will be fine. There we go. Alright, a little stressful. But we have successfully defeated a game at unrealistic difficulty, which is, in many ways a milestone. Let's go take... Oh, and we still got rapid expansion. Okay, so rapid expansion threshold must be 65. Let's go admire what we've done. I'm proud of that stamp. I think that stamp means that we have done a good job. We, if you can believe it, still need to pick up the pace even more because there's 3 more difficulty thresholds after that, and we were very close to losing that game at the end. But I also think that Planet of Knowledge is probably one of the harder missions. Also, did these get worse? Spend 800 at the next level? Spend 900. They don't get that much worse. This is the first time in a while that I felt like we actually might be able to win a game on the highest difficulty level. Like, if we can do it on Planet of Knowledge, we can do it anywhere, is basically what I'm saying. But that's the 3rd game of Terraformers that I wanted to get in, which means that we're going to go ahead and pivot over to Dave the Diver now. Because that's what I really wanted to do today. I wanted to get my 3rd Terraformers game in, so that I had VODs for next week for Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but like really what I'm here for is diving, brother.